Oh, g'day guys, welcome back to Arthur's videos. Well, that last one, part one of the super sprint, everybody was pretty impressed. They gave me the thumbs up and said, mate, a lot of work went into that cabinet. I'm giving you a bit of a tease here on the corner, what it is. You can sort of see it, the bed sheet's back out with the stains. This is part two. Oh yeah, we know what it is. The super sprint. And you know, yeah, man, you're gonna get a yum into you. So yeah, there is my cup again. Okay, the bottle's going low. Look at this, man. The bottle's going down. You know, lucky I got that new bottle from that guy. You know, you really appreciate it. He rang me up and texted me the other day too. He goes, mate, he's still loving that poker machine. Good assortment of games, you know. So there you go. I'm pouring. Oh my God, I'm going to get hammered soon again, you know. But and it's slipping my words. There it is. I'm just closing the bottle. All right, guys. Cheers. Okay. They hit the spot again. Back to this. Back to what's under the bed sheets. You know, we know it's a super sprint. This is the back section of the same cabinet. I'm about to deliver it. You know, I nearly finished it. But I want to show you guys the shit I was copying in the arse. Okay? I'm working on these boards, man. They're 930 long, man. I'm serious. I'm revealing them. Check that out, man. Check that out. I'm going to throw the bed sheet over there. All right? Check how long they are. You know what I mean? I'm not making this shit up, dude. I'm not making them up. You know, if anyone... oh, by the way, it's a system too. So I would ask you guys, hey, man, what system is this? Check this out. I've got the tape measure out. It's 930, mate. It's 930. That's how long the board is. Okay, check it out. You know, that's how long. 930. All right. All right. So it's 3 foot. Okay, it's a 3 foot board. All right. After showing our penises and all this shit now. Now this guy's board. Okay. He gave me 2 boards. Okay, I'm not making this shit up. The board is out of the machine. I'm going to take the camera, so I'm going to do a drive-by shooting here. Okay, this is what's inside the machine, okay? Have a look what I had to do, okay? Check that out. I had to rewire all these transformers. I know it's pretty dark. I had to tidy up. I had to put a new line filter. That's the line filter. And wire it up. That's the original amplifier. Hang on, I'll get a torch so you guys can sort of see a bit better, because it's pretty dark in there. There's a big torch here. Okay, there's the torch. All right. Oh, heck, I'm going to do 2 things at once now. All right, there's my torch. Oh my God. All right, we'll put it on the freaking guy's board. Fuck it. It's going to sit on the guy's board. All right, there it is there, so you can see it. It's a Peter Chow power supply. Hankins used 2 transformers. I'll show you why. Basically, there's the audio amp. I've taken that friggin' prick out 3 times, okay? 3 fucking times. There's the amp, okay? The 3 times. The reason was the friggin' little switch on the side there. There's a little switch on the side for the test. Right over here. And the volume, yep, it was fucked. Okay, I had to take it out, clean it, and put it back in again, alright? So, this is the shit I had to put up with. Get the camera out of my way. Alright, so that's what happened. Alright, so this poor bastard, oh my God, this poor bastard here, see those 2 little, where is it? I'm going to get the tape measure so I can point at it. Okay, let's move this shit out of the way, okay? So the two chips here, that's his 2 pokey chips, okay? That's his 2 pokey chips. They are... they're fucked. Yep. I put new dip switches in for him on the side, okay? I put 2 new dip switches. I've set them on free play, okay? So here's the Atari. This is what you get in the back of an Atari machine, okay? This one here, okay? This is the paperwork. Over here, where it says free play, where is it down here? Okay, where it says free play, you turn the 3 switches on. Guess what? They're not doing what they're supposed to do. All right. So he's got issues with that. All right. So I gave him the bad news. At least there's people out there who have reproduced this. I've actually updated his 2 softwares on his programs. His old program had version 1 in the sounds. So there's 4 versions. There's revision 4 for this board. Okay. So like I said, this is the CPU section, and this is the graphics section. Like I said to that last guy, I had to change 29 sockets, all of them, because every time I was doing something else, I said, oh, that's it, fuck it. So I did the whole lot. So this is this guy's board, okay? Now, where is it? Here's another one, okay? All right. Now this is the guy. This is the guy. I think I've showed you. Yeah, I did show you this. This is the guy that I had to replace the 29 sockets. All right. So that's one of his. That's one board. I'm going to show you the big boards, and I'll go to the other sections. Okay. So now here's another board. Okay. This one here. This one here. I know who it is because it belongs to this guy's here. He sent me 2 sets of boards. Okay. So I've worked on this guy's board. Okay. I've got to double check this guy. I've got to put it into the cabinet and play the games on this. Okay. So that's his board. This one here. All right. So that's that. Let me go to the other one. I'm telling you, man. So here, now here's another guy's board. Okay, this is another guy's board. How do I know how this is it? Actually, when I get boards in, I actually put labels on there. Hang on, get my thumb out of the way. I've actually put little labels on there to say whose board's it. So this guy's board, you notice this is a different System 2 board. Okay, check that out. I'm going to hold it here. Read a camera view. Check it out. Have a look how this is slightly different. Okay? Slightly different board. Okay? Now check that guy out down the bottom there. See how all the EEPROMs are like that, your RAMs are like this? This is a bit of an update board. So check that out. There you go. Alright? So this guy here, I've got to plug him in. I think I've lost track. I've got to double check. So what I do is for the final thing is I'm going to put this harness back in. See how the harnesses are hanging out of there? So I'm going to put it all back in there, tidy it all up, and then I'm going to put the boards in the machine and test them one by one before I could dish them out to the people, back to the people basically, because somebody else gave me this, you know, to repair. So I've done that. So this is guy, okay? Now, that board there belongs to this, that last board belongs to this guy here. Check this out. All right, see how I've got to put a little green sticker on there? Okay, now remember I said to you last time, the board that was in my last video, played that I want to just pop, 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 pop. That's his chip. That is fucked. So I'll put a green thing on here. I'm going to do a bit of a report for the guy and state, it's fucked. So the game works, you can hear the sounds and that, but it's only pop, pop, pop. So I eliminated that because I thought it was this fucking filtering caps over here. Okay, I've changed 2 of the caps. They're a bit low, but they don't fuck up. These boards are not that bad, trust me. It's not as bad as the Williams and the NBA jams and all that shit back then. It's not bad, you know what I mean? So I've checked that out. I've got a great new SCR meter. Spent about $300 for it to verify it. But some people will give me, when did you change it? Mate, if they're checking okay, you don't need it. It's just filtering, man. It's audio. It's not, you're not driving power supplies or monitors. So that was in the game, but I showed you. I've put new dip switches for the guy. So I've pissed these little fucking switches they had. There's some really shitty switches. There's some shitty. I put some new switches so they could flick because the other one you couldn't get a screwdriver in there at all. So that's this guy's set, okay? Now, I'm going backwards now from boards. So here, now this is another guy's board. This is the board that came out of this machine, okay? This is the one that came out of this machine. I showed you last time how a lot of people were impressed of this. I'm not making this shit up. I actually don't blow my own horn. What happens is you got to do what you got to do. Check that out. I had another guy, he sat down, he got the dribble out and he dribbled it all the way out to get the chip on so you could put a leg on a chip. You got to do what you got to do, okay, to save it. It's saved, okay? He's got sounds. Before he had nothing, okay? So these are the original switches. I haven't changed them. I left them for you guys. Check out what these original switches are. And they're really little shit things. You can't flick them with your finger. I'm going to piss them off. I'll put some new switches in there. Yeah, man, but it's not original. Mate, it's a dip switch. It turns off and on. That is it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to change that over for the guy, you know, so if he could flick the dip switches so he could set them up to whatever game was. So that's that one there, okay. Where is it? That's 3. That's 3 boards, isn't it? No, this is another one. This one was hiding, okay. I don't know if I showed you this guy. Here's another one. So I've upgraded the sounds on this guy's board. See how this chip is different? It's a silicon one, not the gold shit legs on there. These are really hard. Google them. Okay. Do a bit of research yourselves, mate. It's like I said to you in many of my other videos. It's not like me buying you a counter meal and watching you eat it. You know what I mean? So put a bit of effort. Learn. You know. Don't learn on these ones. These are pricks. You know what I mean? But as I said, you know, a good soldering iron and a good desoldering station, you will repair them and you will not notice the work that goes through these boards, you know what I mean? These are, trust me, they are shit, you know what I mean? If I didn't have this machine, I could put a test harness. These are medium res monitors, okay? And if you're using one of those cheap Chinese fucking converter boards with an LCD screen, don't work properly, man. Don't work, because the time you turn it off, times it locks in, mate, you need a fucking CRT, you know what I mean? So the surprise guy that I have got for you guys, I haven't touched it. It is what it is. Oh, before I show you the surprise on who the special guest is, because we haven't had special guests for a while, you know. These are, people go, what do you do? This is my harness for these guys. I'm actually going to supply them new housings. Okay, new housings, new cable, thick cable. Okay, no, this is my test harness. Like, I'm just showing you that's what it is. I'm going to supply what you see on the ground here. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, what you're seeing there, I'm going to supply every guy who's got a board here a new power harness with my new system and all that. If you do this, if you do this, okay, oh my God, if you do this, okay, and you fix up the housings, and I told you, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, these are the housings I've been putting on. Okay, I found these. Okay, they're not cheap. Okay, and it eliminates all your fucking problems, because if I show you what this original harness in this guy's machine is, I'll show you later after the special guest, you'll eliminate half your fucking problems of power problems. You know what I mean? These boards were pretty hefty on thingos. You got to use a good power supply. Don't use those ding dongs, the Chinese shits, mate. They're not even, mate, even Sims Metal wouldn't take them for recycling. That's how bad the shits are. Yeah, man, you're picking on, trust me, man, get a good power supply on this. I keep telling people, half your problem is your power supply and your wiring. If you solve those two problems, the rest is easy. It's a walk in the park, all right? So I'm just telling you. So everyone is getting one of these in the job, okay? So the special guest is, I haven't touched it. I've had this for a while. Because I've got this stupid machine here to test them out. Now check this out. Have a look at this. I haven't touched it. I haven't Google washed it. This is actually Paper Boy. There it is there. Hold it. So this is Paper Boy. Okay. I plugged it into the guy. I showed him a photo. It's fucked. It's got severe issues. Okay. See all the track, all the legs. I'm going to hold them there. It's got corrosion. It's got fucking surface rust. It's over the time. It's bad storage. Have a look at his gold chip there. Hang on, where the gold chip is. Have a look at the legs, if you can sort of see it. The legs are started to tarnish. See how they're going? The legs are gone. Check that out, all right? I'm going to hold it around so you can sort of see it. You know, there it is there. Okay, I'm just going to show you how what I get is how from these is to that, all right? I do put effort, okay? See how the original housing is? Check this out. Okay, check this out. That's the original. It's a KK type housing, okay, with a round type pins. I pissed them off. They're already tarnished and you're losing voltage and resistance in there. And by the way, I need to get my hand manicured from my missus soon too. Okay, and I've also, one of the boards I had to put new headers in and that because it was that bad, okay. I get the proper headers, okay. These are the Molex ones to do that last board. I try to get everything original. They're longer headers than there's other ones that you can get. That way the pin sits in nicely. Okay, this cabinet here, I've put all new headers inside there. Now, this is his other board, okay? As I said, the special guest, okay? Check this out, all right? I'm telling you. All right, it's got original mask ROMs, this one. Check it out. It hasn't been molested. The guy had it in storage, okay? He's just been sitting around for years. Don't forget, man, you know, what do? People sit them around for years, okay? So, and the worst is my bathtub that I use, I might have to put this into my spa bath while I'm spa bathing with my little rubber duckies to clean this out, you know. Check that out, okay? So, It will clean up. It is just, as I said, I've seen worse. Check all my other videos. I have worked on worse than this shit, okay? But what do? They aren't coming back, you know what I mean? So everything's going to be repairable. This might have to be all new fucking IC sockets, you know? It's taken a lot of, you know, like somebody else said, man, goes, geez, you got patience. Well, mate, you need to drink coffee, and you've got to drink as well, all right? And now I'm going to show you the guy's harness out of his cabinet, okay? Now, I'll move his box closer so I can, instead of walking up and down like an idiot. All right, I'm going to show you this. This is the shit I pulled out of this guy's cabinet, okay? That's his power cable. Check that out. That was his power cable running. This is original Hankin harness. Check what he's running. Those little stranded cables. And look at the workmanship in the old nitro fucking black tape, mate. Excellent workmanship. And they're wondering why the machine is playing up. Okay, at least he's put a key in there. So it's idiot proof so no one can swap the plug around, okay? All right, now hang on. Where is it? Okay, hang on, there's more of the shit here. Okay, this was out of his speakers, out of the bottom of the plug there for his speakers, okay? All right, this is, oh my God, it's getting stuck around here. All right, no, here. Check this guy out here. Check this guy out, okay? See this plug here? See that plug? This plug? Get my tape measure. Is this plug here, all right? It's this guy here. See that? That there is this plug here. All right? Check that out, all right? Check that out. That's my plug. Hang on. Check that. That's my plug, okay? That's the new plug I've put in there. All right? Check that out, all right? All right? That was his old one, all right? So, again, you can see what I had to go through, okay? And everyone doesn't understand it. All right? I even pissed off his original power lead. That's his power lead. That's his plug, all right? Okay, here's another plug. It was cut and pasted with a solder paste. It's not a solder paste. With a heat shrink. That was one of his plugs. This one here was, I don't know which plug was this one. I can't tell by the colours. Whatever the thing is. That's his plug. Okay. This was his power supply. See that? That was off his power supply. Check that out. Okay. They put a bit of solder on it. You know what I mean? What a joke. Okay. Seriously, what a joke, okay? And the electrical shit. So, mate, this is a heavy board. This is not a light board, basically, you know. It draws a bit of current, okay? Alright, what else was in his box, you know? Oh, this was his power lead coming in, okay? So they put the fuse in, okay? That's what it comes from inside that switch, on-off switch. The fuse switch there, the fuse to the transformer, okay, the little J box down the bottom, that's what it was. I pissed that off. I'll put some new play back, you can sort of see what I've done. Alright, so yeah, that was his on-off switch. That was how it came originally with the on-off switch. I pissed it off and put a line filter, you can sort of see the line filter. So, yeah, the rest of the shit is going back. Oh, there's his headers, okay, that's all his old headers that I've pulled off that guy's board. They're all been butchered, soldered and all this shit basically, you know what I mean? But as I said, a lot of work went into both the machine and the cabinet, you know. But as I said, it's going to survive, it's going to last. And by the way, I had to do his monitor too, okay. And as I said, I'll be gone, this machine be still out there, you know what I mean, going, because it's done properly now, okay. All the molestation is gone. So whoever's going to have this machine, who owns this machine, I don't know who it is, okay, he's going to have hours of enjoyment, okay, even if he croaks it or whatever, as I said. But everything can be redone if you put the time and effort and get the right parts to do it all, you know what I mean? But as I said, I've worked on a lot, okay? Yeah, man, we could get the point that you worked on a lot of machines. You keep telling us like this on a regular basis. But you can see what I put in there. I get the proper housings, proper pins, and there's no backyarders, you know? As I said, I'm just going to finish up that plug here. This plug here is for the Coimex, okay? This is for the Coimex. I've got to get the tape measure up. This is for the Coimex, all right? These are for the Coimex. Okay, don't worry about that green wire. That's my coins. That's for the Coimex, you know? So I had it let loose like that, so I didn't connect the coin mix from the coin door, because I need to test it out like this so I can test the boards out. But back to you guys, there's always information out there. There's a lot of good information. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to hold this here for you guys to sort of see it closely, okay, because I'll put it in a clear package. You can sort of see that's the accelerator units. It's pretty straightforward how they work. That's the control panel, how they work, the colors of that. It doesn't matter if it's not the original, the same colors. You could always color spawn it, like, you know, red and black is 5 volts, you know, 5 for red, black is ground, and whatever, you know. And I use white for the middle pots, you know. But for 3 steering wheels, you change the color so the next person knows what it is. Then you got your other inputs over here. It's pretty straightforward. You know, you don't need a diploma. It's straightforward. If you could read a circuit diagram, you could fix it up. That's their amplifier, of that Atari's amplifier, basically. You know, and that's their stupid transformer section there where it comes in with the AC. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. It's basically, everything's out there. Just got to put the time and effort in, you know. But as I said, take pride of your product, you know. As I said, they're not coming back again. But the biggest thing I keep saying, lucky there's people out there who are producing, like the little optic boards for the decoder wheels. You could download the 3D for anything for the spinal for his steering wheel. People have made it, pay for them. You know, it takes time to do it. But this guy with this one here down the bottom here with the 2 pokey chips, the game works, but he can't do the dip switches, so he can't put it on free play, so he has to use this coin mech. But the guy's got 2 machines. I said, mate, rewire it, fix it up properly, whatever, you know. So again, put your hand in your pocket and get the board up and running, man. As I said, like, you got to give credit to those guys who's put the effort and time and everything. It's not that easy, man. So, like I said, I'm going to pull out my vision impaired sign. I keep advertising it. You know, there it is there. You know, drop me whatever message it is. As I said, I'm trying to come up with something decent, you know, but I've got to get rid of this fucking machine, man. And get the worst is, I've got another 2 more coming in, okay? I've got another 2 more coming in after this batch. So, it looks like the Atari sign's coming back up on the building of mine, you know. So the Atari agent, you know. So yeah. So on that night, as I said, give me the finger or the thumb if you like it, whatever, you know. You know, as I said, it's hot, mate. It's fucking hot. Okay. As I said, you know, the old saying is pinball machines, video games, poker machines, and skill testers. At least it's not another poker machine. All right, guys, it's not another poker. Okay. So, cheers for watching this video, guys. Cheers. Thanks a lot.